So if you guys had the power to bring back one weapon in Apex, what weapon would that be? Now obviously every single gun is basically still in the game, but some weapons are in the care package and they're no longer ground floor loot. So if you guys could bring back one weapon from the care package into ground floor loot, what gun would that be? If you're about to comment to the Peacekeeper, then you're actually very right, because most people want to actually see that gun return in Season 9. And I have some very good news for you guys out there who actually want to see this gun return in Season 9, because we might just get our wish this time around. Drop a like on the video right now, guys, if you want to see the PK return. I want to see how much of you guys actually care about this gun coming back in Season 9, so drop a like. Now before I tell you guys why and show you some proof as well, if you only started playing Apex in like the recent seasons, then you most likely would not know the hype surrounding the PK. But up until Season 4, the PK was the main ground floor loot shotgun. The Mastiff was in the care package, the Mozambique was still trash back then, and everyone wanted to use the PK because it was such a fun gun to use. It was a really satisfying weapon to use as well, and it was also really strong. Plus you could also slap on a precision choke as well and make it even stronger. So overall guys, the PK was just, you know, one of the best guns, if not the most fun gun to use, honestly, back in the Season 1, Season 2, Season 3 and Season 4 days of Apex. And Respawn removed it of course then in Season 5 and placed it in the care package and took out the Mastiff. So with that said, why do I think the Peacekeeper is returning in Season 9? Well, here's some proof. A user over on Twitter asked the design director at Respawn, Jason McCord, this very important question. I know we are clamoring for so much things in Apex Season 9, but hear me out. Some changes that many would agree to see on Apex would be adding a trade for legend tokens for crafting materials in the in-game store, the Peacekeeper back but nerfed, and commands like follow me, retreat, etc. Please add them. And surprisingly guys, Jason McCord actually responded to this, and here's what he said. Just to manage expectations, Season 9 content is done. We are fully into bug fixing and polishing the builds, but thanks for the suggestions. Maybe we already did some of it. No, Respawn could very well be talking about just trading legend tokens for crafting materials in Season 9, or even adding some more commands as well. But I feel like Respawn isn't going to do that because they're going to lose money if they actually introduce the system into the game. Maybe one day, but I just don't see Respawn honestly doing this in Season 9. I could be wrong, I could be completely wrong, but based on how Respawn has actually operated in the past and based on Respawn's publisher as well, this just doesn't really seem like something they would do in Season 9. So the next two options are bringing back the PK and adding some commands into the game. Respawn did say they're going to be making some of those changes that were mentioned, right? So I honestly feel like bringing back the PK will be one of those changes coming in Season 9. It most likely will be nerfed for sure, because back in Season 3 and Season 4 and stuff, the PK was insanely strong, borderline OP, and if it actually returned into Apex in that same state, it most likely would be way too strong. So if it does come back, as the guy actually said over on Twitter, it most likely will be heavily nerfed and not as, you know, invincible as it once was. But that's kind of beside the point. The PK is returning guys. It still most likely will be usable and effective as a pump shotgun, and to me, as someone who played Apex from day one, this is great news. Now, if the PK actually comes out of the care package in Season 9, there most likely will be some, you know, resulting weapon changes as well. I doubt Respawn would actually keep the Mastiff as ground floor loot if the PK is coming back to ground floor loot, so the Mastiff most likely will be put back in the care package and buffed once again. And if any of you guys watching this video never got a chance to use the care package Mastiff back in the day, it actually felt as if it belonged in the care package. It was strong, it was really consistent guys. The damage output on the care package Mastiff back in the day was extreme. So unless Respawn wants the PK and the Mastiff as ground floor loot, which they most likely don't, expect to see it back in the care package in Season 9 as well, if the PK does come out, which it most likely will based on what Jason McCord actually said. But if you guys wanted to see any other weapon changes in terms of care package weapons and ground floor loot weapons, what would you actually do in Season 9? Would you take out the, I don't know, the Prowler? Would you put in the Spitfire? Would you take out the Kraber? Which to me is kind of insane, because the Kraber is the only gun that deserves to forever be in the care package. It's way too strong as like a ground floor loot gun, so I think Respawn should always have the Kraber in the care package because it's just such a strong gun. But the Prowler deserves to be out because to me the Prowler isn't strong enough to really be in the care package. No one really uses it that much and it doesn't feel like a care package gun. So take out the Prowler, take out the PK and put back in the Mastiff, and if not the Spitfire, guys, at least like a buff Devotion or something like that, because the Devotion is still really strong, and if Respawn just gives it some very small buffs, it could be a very good care package gun. It's kind of insane to think about how long the PK hasn't actually been ground floor loot, ever since season 4, so that's basically what, 5 seasons. It took Respawn 5 seasons to bring back the PK in this game, which is crazy. Hopefully Respawn doesn't nerf it into the ground and it's still actually usable and it makes sense to even use, because I think all of us still want to actually experience, you know, that feel and that, you know, nostalgia of using the PK. And if Respawn nerfs it way too much, it just won't be the same, it won't feel the same, and hopefully Respawn just keeps it intact and doesn't make it, you know, too much of a shell of what it used to be in the past. Now before I actually end today's video, guys, I want to talk about this brand new leaked weapon real quick, because we're kind of talking about, you know, the weapon meta and weapons in season 9, and this is the Dragon LMG. It's really interesting because this weapon most likely will be a light LMG, so it basically takes light ammo. We haven't seen any light LMGs in Apex before, so this should actually be a very good addition into the game, and it should shake up things a bit. Now, as I said in yesterday's video, this was actually showed in a season 8 trailer. It was kind of like sneakily teased in. We're not sure if this will actually be in season 9, but it could potentially even be, you know, a care package gun too. Who knows? But what I want you guys to take away from this video is that the PK most likely will return in Apex season 9, which is great news for everyone. Again, hopefully Respawn doesn't completely destroy it, and I'm also interested to see how the care package meta will be in season 9 as well, like what weapons Respawn will take out and the weapons Respawn are gonna put in. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. I read every single comment, as I always say. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in some more Apex. Till next time.